Hello everyone. This is Viraj Shah from the Actuarial Academy. Today we are going to do normal family distributions. So under this family of distribution, we are not going to study one distribution at a time like we were doing always. Today we are going to study a family of distribution. Like in a family, you have like your father, your mother, and your child. In the similar way, I have tried to distribute this whole normal family distribution, okay, into a various aspects. So your family is nothing but normal. Matlab, your family normally है. It's the name of the distribution, okay? The main, the father, the distribution which is the most crucial, okay, which is the backbone, okay, is considered to be the normal distribution. The mother, the aspect which holds everyone together is known as the standard normal distribution. And the child, which is like a subset or not exactly a subset, but like sideline भी नहीं बोल सकता मैं, but an important part of the family, okay, but is also not so important because it's just in a developing stage, or you can say not important kind of a distribution. Child is obviously important, but I just try to give you a simplistic example so that you can understand. So another is the log normal distribution. Okay. So these are the three distribution which we are going to study. Okay. Let me just give you a brief idea about each of these distribution and then what we are going to do about it. So standard normal distribution, as I told you, mother holds all the distribution. So we are going to link every distribution, that is nothing but your normal distribution into standard normal, log normal into standard normal. Pura calculation would be based on your mother. Okay. The standard normal distribution. Okay. And a bit variation, okay, from your normal distribution comes your from standard normal comes your normal distribution, and usse thoda variation comes your log normal distribution. So these are the three distribution which we are going to study today. With respect to each of the distribution which we are going to study some of the properties, okay, and these properties are very important, so please be crucial. The normal family distribution is the most crucial distribution, or your heart. The core of the entire CS1 is based on this normal distribution. This lecture is considered to be the most crucial one, so like listen carefully. Yeah. So here in normal family of distribution, we're not going to do the traditional derivation. The traditional derivation in the sense mean, variance, no. Here, it is much more in a conceptual form. So the formulas are directly given to you. You need to interpret the whole distribution, where it is getting used, how it is getting used, the properties of each of the distribution. So here we are going to study properties. So with respect to properties, I'll try to explain in the best possible way, in the most layman term, so that you can understand what is exactly happening in this distribution, where it is getting used, how it is getting used. We'll discuss each of these aspects right now. So let's start with the normal distribution. So normal distribution. The normal distribution's PDF, okay, PDF, also denoted by f of x, is nothing but 1 upon root 2 pi. Root के बाहर है, the sigma, the standard deviation, okay, is outside the root, e raised to minus half x minus mu upon sigma the whole square. The range which the value of x can take is from minus infinity to infinity. So what is x? X is nothing but your random variable. Mu, okay, mu, mu, okay, we spell it out as mu. This is a Greek notation. Mu denotes your mean. and sigma denotes your standard deviation. In short, SD. Mean standard deviation. So you would be like variance क्या है? Variance तो standard deviation का square ही है ना? So yes, you are absolutely right. The mean is mu, as the notation suggests. Standard deviation or your variance is nothing but standard deviation square. So sigma square. Always remember, variance is equal to standard deviation square. This is true for each and every possible distribution which you have seen previously or which you will be seeing going in the future. This is a common thing, okay? You might have even seen in your CM1 as well. So this is nothing but your normal distribution. Let me explain normal distribution much more in detail through a graphical representation. It will definitely help you. Let me draw the graph of the normal distribution. You guys might have seen in your basic chapters regarding the bell-shaped curve, remember? So how does your bell-shaped curve look like? It looks like something like this, right? The bell-shaped curve. This bell-shaped curve is nothing but a normal distribution. Exactly a normal distribution. So the middle point, okay? The middle point, this is your middle point, is nothing but your mean. Mean is your mu. In this case, like for a normal distribution, there are certain properties. I'll write down each of the properties. I'll explain each of the properties. Starting with first property, normal distribution is a symmetric distribution. Normal distribution is a symmetric distribution. What do you mean by a symmetric distribution? You might have studied in your art या elementary किया होगा ना, symmetric क्या होता है? So suppose this is the graph. This graph on the right hand side, okay, is exactly same, okay? I'm not good in art, so don't judge me. But my point of saying is this graph is exactly same. So what do you mean by this? This means that this side, the site on the RHS is exactly same on the LHS or vice versa. The side on the LHS is exactly same on the RHS. So suppose this point is 2, -2. So this point, exactly this point would be 2. If this point is 1, then this point would be -1. If this is 3.8, this point would be -3.8. So exactly symmetry. यहाँ पे positive है, यहाँ पे negative है. Or exactly symmetry, however you would like to see it. Exactly symmetry. This is just a way of an example. In reality, ऐसा नहीं होता कि this is always positive, this is always negative. No, this is not the case. I just wanted to explain you symmetry, that यहाँ का number है और वहाँ का number है. मतलब it goes hand in hand. So this is what a symmetry means. Another thing about symmetry, under your symmetry, your mean is equal to your mode is equal to your median. So the point, this point, okay, this point which we are talking, which is nothing but the highest point. As you can see, the highest point is nothing but your mean. Why it is a mode? Obviously, you can understand with respect to this example only. The highest point, mode, median. I told you symmetry, right hand side, left hand side. So बीच वाला जो value होगा वो तो median ही होगा ना. So this is your median as well. This line, the dotted line is your median as well. So this is what a symmetric distribution indicates. A normal distribution is a symmetric distribution or a bell-shaped distribution. What? Normal distribution is a bell-shaped distribution. Third point. You might have seen every time we used to derive PDF, CDF, and so on. In this case, the CDF does not exist. Matlab, not even it is in your portion. It does not exist in reality itself. So CDF does not exist, then how do you we calculate your probability? So probability कैसे calculate करेंगे? So how do we calculate probability? In order to calculate probability, let me write the whole question. In order to calculate probability, what we'll do? We will convert your normal distribution into a standard normal distribution. Okay. Remember what was standard normal distribution? Mother, the backbone. So we develop a link between your father and your mother. That is your backbone. Okay. This is nothing but your backbone for each and every distribution. Your child, your father, your mother is the backbone. So standard, we'll convert the normal distribution into a standard normal distribution. How do we convert it? Okay. We're going to subtract mean, which is nothing but your mu from x. Okay. And second is divide by sigma. So how does it look like? It will look like something like x minus mu upon sigma. How to calculate this? I'll do a few sums so that you will understand. But please be with me, okay? ये just steps लिखने के लिए मैं लिख रहा हूँ. Once we do a standard normal distribution, how to calculate within a standard normal distribution, I will explain. I'll explain each point, and then I have kept the sums also ready, as you can see here. 3 sums I have ready, and this is nothing but your tables book ka screenshots which I have kept ready. And how we are going to calculate sums is what you need to focus on. So again, normal distribution, the PDF is 1 upon root 2 pi sigma e raised to minus half x minus mu upon sigma the whole square, where x is your random variable, mu is your mean. Mean, the expectation of x is also mu. Sigma is your standard deviation, the variance is sigma square. It has 3 important properties. One, it is a symmetric distribution. मतलब क्या? Mean is equal to median is equal to mode. बीच वाला value is your mean, your median, your mode. Second, normal distribution is a bell-shaped distribution. It's like a bell-shaped curve. It's neither positively skewed, it is neither negatively skewed, it is a bell-shaped distribution. Third, the CDF for normal distribution does not exist. Okay, every time we see expectation, variance, and how to calculate probability. So how to calculate probability? We'll convert your father into your mother. We'll have an interlink between that. How? We subtract mu, divide by sigma. These are the steps which I have written. Once we solve some, we'll get much more flexible. Let me write standard normal distribution as well, and then we'll solve at least normal distribution ke sums. So that not only you get an idea of normal distribution, but you get a standard normal distribution. As I told you, mother, father goes interlink together everywhere, like a family. Okay. So without wasting any time, let's jump on to standard normal distribution. So your standard normal distribution. Yeah, standard normal distribution. Let me just copy paste the PDF of your normal distribution. I'll show what is the interlink between a standard normal and a normal distribution. What is this? This is nothing but the PDF, the probability density function of your normal distribution. So the relationship between your normal distribution and standard normal distribution is that under your standard normal distribution, under your standard normal distribution, your mean, that is nothing but your mu is equal to 0, and your variance sigma square is equal to 1. Or you can even write sigma is equal to 1, because if you do root of 1, it's exactly going to be 1. right? So this is nothing but the standard normal distribution. So what I will do, since I told you the relationship between the normal distribution and the standard normal distribution, we are just going to input that. Let me input mu is equal to 0 and sigma is equal to 1 in this equation, and let's see what it turns out. Okay. I'll just copy this again. I'm using a shortcut. You do not have a shortcut. So you have to like write it down as a whole. Okay. So as you can see, mu is equal to 0. So this will become 0. Sigma square is equal to 1. Sigma square of sigma is equal to 1. So if I were to simplify this, can I write this as 1 upon root 2 pi? Anything multiplied by 1, it's the number itself. So 1 upon root 2 pi e raised to minus half x square. This is nothing but your PDF of your standard normal distribution. Simple, right? You just learn the relationship, your PDF ka formula becomes very easy to remember. So as I told you, normal का mean क्या था? Normal का mean था mu and variance was nothing but sigma square. You know, mean is nothing but equal to 0. So therefore, the mean of your standard normal distribution is also equal to 0. Your variance is equal to 1 because your sigma square is equal to 1. So to not get confused, okay? To not get confused, यहाँ पे normal distribution में we have used x. This will look like a very similar to a normal distribution. So statistics वाले लोग ने क्या सोचा? अपन बच्चे लोग को confuse नहीं करते हैं. अपन बच्चे लोग को बोलते हैं ये x नहीं z है. The random variable is z. That's it. The random variable is z. So therefore, you denote your standard normal distribution as z, follows your standard normal distribution with parameter mu and sigma square, which is nothing but 0 and 1. What did I do? Z follows a standard normal distribution with parameter mu and sigma square. If it was a normal distribution, तो मैं कैसा लिखता? Easy way, x follows a normal distribution with parameter mu and sigma square. Since here you know the value of your z as equal to 0 and 1, that is no mean mu and sigma square as equal to 0 and 1. Here you do not know, so you have to write it as a random variable only. That is x follows a normal distribution with parameter mu and sigma square. Simple, right? So yeah, this is with respect to a concept, okay, your basic formula. So with respect to a graphical distribution, again, with respect to your standard normal distribution, what I will do, I will keep it simple. So here, since you know your mean value is nothing but mu, you know that because like we wrote it, your mean is equal to median is equal to mode. Here you know that your mean value is not equal to mu. Give me 1 second. I'm just reopening my OneNote file. Yeah. You know that your value of mu is 0. Therefore, your middle value is 0. So always for a standard normal distribution, the value towards your right is always positive and values towards your left is always negative. Okay? Because 0 exists in between. Similarly, standard normal distribution is also a symmetric distribution. The standard normal distribution is a bell-shaped distribution. exact same, and CDF does not exist. The exact same way of writing, the exact same thing. The only difference is your mean is equal to 0. Here the variance can be some number, but here the variance is always equal to 1. That's the only difference. This is understanding your concept. Okay. Once you have understood your concept, let's just dive into sum solving. So with respect to sum solving, as I told you, we'll convert all the distributions, all the normal distribution into a standard normal distribution, as I told you here in this question. So how do we solve a standard normal distribution? That is the question we need to answer, and then once we solve a few sums, it will become quite easy for you. So not worry, I'm always there. In case if it feels difficult, I am always there. So be rest assured about that. So how do we solve? So in your tables book, your less than, the CDF value is given. What do you mean by the CDF value? Probability x is less than equal to something, उसका value दिया हुआ है. Okay. So let us take an example. Probability z is less than 0.8. This is what your tables look like. How do you read your table? See, if it is covered towards your left hand side, ये जो colored and a colored aspect, okay, if it is towards the left hand side, okay, then it is known as nothing but your CDF or psi x. Too many notations, right? So as I wrote here as well, probability x is less than equal to x, psi x, PSI, psi x Greek notation. So 0.8, okay, 0.8. क्या है आंसर? 0.78818. So you directly write 0.78818. That's it. You just have to see your tables. You have to get your answer. You do not have to do पूरा normal distribution में अपन calculator use ही नहीं करेंगे, to be very honest. Whole throughout your actuarial journey, you will never use your calculator when it comes to your normal distribution or your standard normal distribution or your normal family of your distribution. So direct answer, what if the probability asks what z greater than a? See, we have less than values. Therefore, I have a direct conversion. I can just subtract 1 minus probability of z less than a. So, probability of z greater than 0.8 पूछा है. So, 1 minus probability z less than 0.8, which is 1 minus 0.78818, which is nothing but, if I just open your calculator, so we just input this value in your calculator, you directly get your answer. This is the only step you need to follow every single time. So, yep, here is my calculator. So what is it? 1 minus 0.78818, which is 0.21182. That's it. This is your answer. So if I were to write in your simplified format, so that you can remember, okay? Probability z less than some value, whatever it is, okay? I'm writing in a common term so that you can remember. This you have to use your tables book. If it is probability of z greater than a, then you have to do 1 minus probability of z less than a. And this value you have to get from your tables book again. Simple. Why do we have z less than a? Again, because the tables book give you a CDF value. CDF value is up till that value. So up till today you are 18 years old. So अभी तक मतलब क्या? Less than equal to today. So that's why. Here in a continuous form, Z less than equal to or less than doesn't make a much difference as it made in a discrete format. Okay. So therefore you can write less than, greater than, less than, equal to. It doesn't matter. Okay. If you are asked a question of probability of Z between A and B, what do you have to do? You have to subtract the B value minus your A value. What is the logic behind this? Okay, let me draw a straight line. I'll explain you with respect to one example here. So suppose you have asked, this is your 0, this is your 1, this is your 2. You have to find probability between 1 and 2. So how do you find? You calculate probability value from 2 to 0, and then you subtract probability value from 1 to 0. Then you are left with this value. This is the exact same thing. बड़ा वैल्यू है उसको वो तुम छोटे वैल्यू से माइनस करते हो. सो प्रोबेबिलिटी, ये अगर मैं b लिख लूं और मैं ये a लिख लूं, b is obviously the bigger value. Bigger value is always towards the right hand side. अगर arrows तुम समझो तो a is like 2 is greater than 5. 2 is greater than 5. So always the bigger value, b is the bigger value of the space. So here, if you carefully see, b is the bigger value. So b wala value minus a tak ka value would give you this answer. So that's why we do probability of z less than b minus probability of z less than a to get just your yellow portion. Simple to understand, na? Logical sense. Making logical sense. If you have asked probability of z greater than minus a, what happens in the minus sign? The sign changes. Everything remains as it is, the sign changes. So what happens is probability, ये greater than है, minus दोनों mix होके क्या हो जाएगा? ये less than a हो जाएगा. It will become less than a. Okay, if you have asked probability of z less than a, less than minus है, minus and less than becomes opposite, becomes greater than a. Now you know how to solve this. This you can solve it from your tables book. This would be 1 minus probability of z less than a, and this would be again from your tables book. So these are the 5 important things which you need to remember how to solve your normal distribution. Okay. So these are the 5 important things with respect to your solving of your normal as well as your standard normal distribution. Making sense? Right. So let's jump on to sums. So let's solve this sum. Till here, I want you to make your notes. Normal, standard, normal का notes बना लो. Make sure you learn your notes and then solve sum. It will really help you to understand in a better way. I recommend that you understand your concept before solving your sum. I always recommend that. So please do this. It will really help you out. Okay. If you have learned your concept as well as learned your notebook till here, let's jump to normal and standard normal distribution ka solving now. So you have been given that x follows a normal distribution with parameter 25 and 36. Okay, x follows a normal distribution with parameter 25 and 36. इसका मतलब क्या है? Mu is equal to 25 and sigma square is equal to 36. If I take the square root on both sides, sigma is 6. Standard deviation cannot be negative. Therefore, it's only the positive value which we need to consider. So sigma is equal to 6. Perfect. So your first part, probability of x less than 28. What I told you, how to convert your normal into standard normal. You subtract mu divided by sigma. Subtract mu divided by sigma. तो क्या होगा? Subtract mu. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? Probability x minus mu is less than 28 minus mu. I'm just subtracting mu on both sides in order to get into the format which I want. Probability x minus mu. Then you have to divide by sigma. That is your second step. So divide by sigma. So dividing sigma by both sides. Perfect. Divide by sigma. So divide by sigma. Just input your values now. ये क्या हो जाएगा? This now become your standard normal. How do we do it? We convert your normal into standard normal. How? We subtract mu divide by sigma. अगर भी वो हो गया तो वो standard normal हो गया. How do we denote standard normal? We denote standard normal as Z. We denote standard normal as Z. So what we'll do? We'll write this as Z is less than 28 minus mu. 28 minus 25 upon 36. मतलब सिग्मा है तो 6 आ जाएगा. So this would be probability of Z less than, just get your calculator, 28 minus 25, which is 3, divided by 6, which is 0.5. Probability Z less than 0.5. How do we do less than? Okay, less than we directly see tables. See, less than हुआ directly tables. So less than directly tables. So tables में देख लेते हैं. तो tables में 0.5 पे क्या value है? Let's just see. This is your tables less than value है because it is colored towards the left hand side. Therefore, we'll just see the tables. 0.5, 69146. 0.69146. That's it, done. So our first part is done. Similarly, we will do some other parts as well. Do not worry about that. I'll show you. Second one. Probability x is greater than 30. So we have to convert this normal into standard normal. How do we convert? Subtract mu divided by sigma. So probability x minus mu upon sigma. Same here. 30 minus mu upon sigma. This become your standard normal now. So Z लिख लूंगा. The exact same step. I'm going a bit quick, okay, now. I explained you slowly in the first part. Now I'm going quick. You need to be with me here. So 30 minus mu. So 30 minus 25 upon sigma, which is 6. Let's just input in the calculator. 30 minus mu, which is 5 divided by 6, which is 0.83333. Probability Z greater than 0.83333. Right? So how do we solve this? So greater than value, what do we do? For greater than values, we 1 minus less than and less than value we see from tables. 1 minus probability of Z less than 0.8333. Now we'll see this value from tables. Direct 1 minus 0.833333. 0.8123. Oh shit. So now 0.83333 we had to see. Now the only problem is यहाँ पे 0.83 है, 0.834 है. We know 83, we know 84. So it lies somewhere in the between. So how do we calculate it? We calculate using a method known as interpolation. How do we calculate these kind of questions? We know the upper value. When we know the lower value, we calculate using interpolation. So interpolation gets you the value based on the data set. So this value is also known as linear interpolation. How do we write it? I'll show you. We'll write x1, we'll write x, we'll write x2, y1, y, y2. So x1, x2, y1, y2. One, ये smaller number है, ये bigger number है, okay? So your 0.83333 is between 0.83 and 84, right? So I'll write 0.83, 0.84, and 0.833333 is the value which you want to determine y1. So 83 का value क्या है? 84 का value will write 0.79673, 0.79673, and what is 0.84 का value? 0.84 का value is 0.79955. So 0.84 का value क्या है? 0.79985. This is your question mark. So how do we calculate now? So there is a formula. X minus x1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1. As you can see in this, you know x, you know x1, you know x2, you know x1, you know y1, you know y2. You just do not know y. So input all the values which you have got, okay, and find your answer. So you wrote your all the values, you have your formula. You just need to input these values in your formula and you will get your answer. The first value is 0.83333 minus 0.83 upon x2, which is 0.84, minus x1, which is 0.83, is equal to y. Y is the unknown value, so we'll keep the random variable as it is, minus y1, which is 0.79673, y2, which is 0.79985, minus 0.79673. I'll take the denominator on that side and it will become multiplication and minus will become positive. So your final value of your y would be equal to 0.83333 minus 0.83 upon 0.84 minus 0.83 multiplied by 0.79985 minus 0.79673 plus this value goes on that side, so it becomes plus 0.79673. Okay, so fine, just input all these values in your calculator. So this would be nothing but 0.833333 minus 0.83 upon 0.84 minus 0.83 multiplied by 0.79985 minus 0.79673 plus 0.79673, which comes out to be 0.79777. That's it. Just input your value 0.79777, which is equal to 1. Just input this in your calculator as well. So minus 1, which is 2.0223. 0.20223. That's it. This is your answer. So interpolation, okay, you can do it one this way. Okay. Second method of interpolation is again simple. You want interpolation of 0.8333333, right? So how do we do it? So one method I told you with respect to the basic formula. The second formula, 0.83 का तुम लोग value ले लो, which is nothing but 0.83 is 0.79673, 0.79673. Okay, 0.83 का value. What do you do? Then you make an addition sign. What are the remaining terms? 33333. So 0.33333, ये जो blue वाला है वो यहाँ पे लिख दो, and write the difference between 0.84 minus 0.83, which is nothing but 0.79673 plus 0.33333. The PDF, the CDF value of these, okay? So CDF value of this minus CDF value of this. So which will come out to be 0.84 kya tha? It was 0.79985. 0.79985 minus 0.83 का क्या है 0.79673. So just input this in your calculator now. Okay. So when you input this in your calculator, yeah, let me just add this 0.79673 plus 0.333 multiplied by bracket 0.79985 minus 0.79673, which comes out to be 0.7977, 0.797769. This is the second method in order to do your interpolation. I'll teach you a few methods so that you can choose your best method as well as which method would be preferable in examination as well. I'll tell you even that so that you can make a wise decision on how to make a calculation. So if you see method 1 and method 2, it's quite similar. Answers are quite similar. So any method you choose, in this case, it would be fine. And which will give you your answer as 0.20223. The third method which you can use is simply the average of 0.83 ka value, 0.84 ka value divided by 2, which is nothing but 0.79985 plus 0.79673 divided by 2. If I put this in your calculator, 0.79985 plus 0.79673 divided by 2, 0.79829, 0.79829. And the fourth method is using your R model. जो R हम लोग सीखेंगे उससे. Now, which is better? So as you can see, this is nothing but an average of 2. So in case if you do not have time, if you are lacking in time, in that case, if you want to find your answer, you can go with method 3. What is a preferable method? Preferable method is method 1 and method 2. Initially, you get a hand around how to do your interpolation because this interpolation is used not only in CS1 but in CM1, in CS2, CM2, everywhere. Okay. We will use R model programming going ahead. Okay. मतलब अभी के लिए we'll do this once we learn R model programming maybe next month. Okay. In that case, you will find that ये direct मैं डालू value तो अपने आप ही वो answer दे देगा मेरे को. R ही मेरे को answer दे देगा. So we'll use R model programming in order to extract your probability values as well. Right now, you have to stick with method 1 or method 2, whatever is convenient. Method 1 is the recognized method. Method 2 is again a shortcut of the method 1, but I would say that method 1 is the best method to go initially. Okay. This is how you calculate the second part. Moving to the third part of the question. Okay. Third part is x is less than 20. Probability x is less than 20. Again, how do you have to calculate? X minus mu upon sigma. You have to convert your normal into a standard normal. Similar thing here as well. Done? So what is your mu? What is your sigma? Your first, this becomes your standard normal. Your mu. Mu is nothing but 25. So this would be 20 minus 25. Sigma is 6. So let me put this in your calculator. So this would be 20 minus 25 divided by 6, which is nothing but minus 5 by 6 or minus 0.8333. z less than minus 0.833333. Again, how to do your minus sign? Minus sign is minus ulta ho jata hai. Okay. So exact same thing here also will do ulta. So here we'll do probability of z greater than 0.83333. ये अभी हम लोग ने कैलकुलेट किया. इट वाज नथिंग बट प्रोबेबिलिटी x ग्रेटर देन 0.833 के लिए आंसर क्या था? 0.20223. 0.20223. This is how you solve your first part. Simple. So this is with respect to your normal distribution and your standard normal distribution. Before moving on to the another two sums, let me explain you log normal. Then we'll do two sums for the day and that's it. That's done for the lecture. I know it has been थोड़ा बड़ा lecture हो गया, maybe like 30-40 minutes हो गया, and now it will take another 15-20 minutes or an hour lecture. But yeah, it's for your own benefit, and I wanted to do these three distribution together as a single family. So the third part of your this family of distribution is the log normal distribution. Log normal distribution. So log normal distribution. How do you denote? X follows a log normal distribution with parameter mu and sigma square. Okay. So how do we write its PDF? It's 1 upon root 2 pi. Okay. X sigma e raised to minus half log of x minus mu upon sigma the whole square. So if you were to just compare your normal and your log normal, so I'll tell you what is the difference. So I'll just compare it right here. I pasted it. So as you can see, there is one x term extra और ये x के बदले log x है. That's the only difference. The two difference you will be able to easily remember. इसका mean और variance लिखने का style थोड़ा अजीब है. So you have to remember this, and इसका mean and variance is also very important and quite asked in examination. So इसका mean is nothing but e raised to mu plus half sigma square, and इसका variance is e raised to 2 mu plus sigma square multiplied by e raised to sigma square minus 1. Okay. Minus 1 is down and not with respect to sigma square. अगर तुम लोग देखोगे, if I multiplied e raised to x 2 times, which would be nothing but e raised to mu plus half sigma square into e raised to mu plus half sigma square. According to the law of indices, a raised to m into a raised to n is a raised to m plus n. So I'll do the exact same step here. So this would be e raised to mu plus mu, 2 mu. Half sigma square plus half sigma square is sigma square. So you see that this value is nothing but expectation of x into expectation of x. So I can write this as nothing but variance of x is expectation of x the whole square e raised to sigma square minus 1. So these three formulas again are very important. You need to remember these formulas as well as the PDF. Let me talk about the properties of log normal distribution before moving ahead and how to find the probability value. These are two important things I wanted to talk in log normal distribution. So the properties and how to calculate. These are nothing but your formulas which you can directly get from your tables book. The main is like the understanding the concept, right? So understanding the concept. So your log normal distribution, unlike your normal as well as your standard normal distribution, is nothing but a positively skewed distribution. So this is nothing but your log normal distribution. So this is nothing but a positively skewed distribution. This is its first point. Okay. This is the most important property. And one more thing to remember, log normal distribution, x is always greater than 0. So it goes from 0 to infinity, but it is never negative. So unlike your normal distribution, which goes negative, or your normal as well as standard normal, which goes negative, your log normal does not go negative. Why? Log of a negative value is an error. Let me try. I'll show you. Log of minus, suppose any number I take, it will give me an error. A log of a negative value does not work. And since its PDF has a log value, in order for this to be a number, it has to be greater than 0. So that's why. Okay. So your x is always greater than 0. So this is always positive. How to find probability? So the steps are quite simple. You have to convert your log normal distribution to a standard normal distribution. Again, like a normal distribution. कैसे करने का? First take log of your value. Then you subtract your mean divided by sigma. This is how you do it. That's it. Then once you get your standard normal distribution, the ways in order for you to calculate remains exactly the same. Exactly the same. Let us do one sum so that you will understand this in a better way. Let me do this sum. Okay. So probability that W is greater than 3000. इसको standard normal करते हैं. So probability that log of W is greater than log of 3000. Taking log on both sides. Why did we take log? The steps, as you can see. The steps, as you can see, its first step is nothing but take log. Simple. Then subtract mean, divide by sigma. So this would be probability log of W minus mu upon sigma is greater than log of 30,000 minus mu upon sigma. Again, how do you write your log normal distribution? You write in a similar way. See, the parameters are mu and sigma square. The means are not, okay? So do not get confused between this. So here you have to subtract your parameter and not your mean or variance, okay? So understand this. So this will become your standard normal distribution Z. ये तुम लोग के parameters log of 3000 minus your mean, which is 5 upon sigma, which is nothing but root of 6. याद रखना ये sigma square होता है. You want sigma, so root of 6. Let me just input this in your calculator. Let me see what does it give me. So it's log of 3000 minus 5 divided by root of sigma, which is 1.2273. Z is greater than 1.2273. I think now you are quite acquainted how to solve this. So this would be nothing but 1 minus probability of Z less than 1.2273. If you carefully look, 1.22 or 1.23 hoga numbers, 1.22 and 1.23. So again, here you have to do your interpolation. Do your interpolation. Okay, I want you to try this on your own. Your answer should come out to be around 0.8901, around, okay? And therefore your final answer would be 0.1099. So this is how you solve it. If you do not get this interpolation and you're getting something wrong answer, ping me. I'll give you the correct steps. but I want you to try, okay? It can be closer, तो तुम लोग को अगर 0.889 आया, 0.8904 आया, ऐसा कुछ भी नंबर आया, it's okay, okay? मतलब your 3 decimals तक it should be right, फिर थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हुआ, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes the calculation done by IFOA or the ACTED, where we have bought the book, sometimes they do round off, sometimes we do not do round off. So this is why sometime error happens. So that's why please do not worry, and please, it's okay. थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हुआ probability का 0.01% से या 0.01 या 0.1% से, it's okay. ठीक है? Moving on to the third and the most important sum. Now you have been given expectation of your log normal distribution as 9.97 and variance as 635.61. You have to calculate mu and sigma square. So what is expectation of x ka formula? Expectation of x ka is e raised to mu plus half of sigma square, and variance of x is nothing but e raised to 2 mu plus sigma square, e raised to sigma square minus 1. Or you can write this as expectation of x the whole square. So how do I calculate? List here the steps clearly. If you carefully look the variance, इसमें खाली sigma square ही है. So expectation of x है मेरे पास, variance of x भी है मेरे पास. Sigma square ढूंढना है तो अपन तो ढूंढ ही पाएंगे अभी तो. Now it won't be much of an issue. So let's do that. This is nothing but 635.61 is expectation of x the whole square, means 9.97 the whole square, e raised to sigma square minus 1. ये यहाँ पे लेके जाता हूँ, तो 635.61 divided by 9.97 the whole square is e raised to sigma square minus 1. यहाँ पे लेके जाता हूँ, तो 635.61 upon 9.97 the whole square plus 1 is e raised to sigma square. Taking log on both sides, so log of e is equal to 1. So that's why what I will do, I take log on both sides, so log of 635.61 upon 9.97 the whole square plus 1. Log of e1 हो गया, तो फिर बचा क्या? Sigma square, और log and e basically cancels out. So sigma square is nothing but this answer. So sigma square is equal to, just put this in your calculator, that's it. Log of 635.61 divided by 9.97 the whole square plus 1. बस, it's 2.007. बस ठीक है. Now input this in your mean का formula. Okay, so your expectation of x का formula क्या है? e raised to mu plus half of sigma square. e raised to x क्या है? 9.97. e raised to mu plus half. You got your sigma square, which is 2.007. Let's take log on both sides. So log of 9.97. Log and e basically cancels out, so I'm left with mu plus half of 2.007. ये यहाँ पे लेके जाता हूँ, so mu is the log of 9.97 minus half of 2.007, which is nothing but log of 9.97 minus 0.5. That's it. बस हो गया. So yeah, with this we are done with chapter 1, part 7, which is nothing but your normal family of distribution. In case if you have any queries, please be free to reach out to me. This was Viraj from the Actuarial Academy. Hope you have a great day. In case if you have any queries, please do let me know. Please do not hesitate to call me, okay? Bye bye. Have a great day.